You know that feeling when you finally find a strategy that looks perfect. You backtest it, it works beautifully. You go live, and boom, you blow your account faster than you can say, "Joe, my friend, I have been there. Other traders have been there. And yes, you will not escape it." But here's the thing. That painful loss you're feeling right now isn't a sign that you're failing. It's actually a stage in your evolution as a trader. Every trader goes through it. I mean, every single one. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the hidden stages every trader must pass through, from losing to winning, and how to know exactly where you are right now in your journey. So grab your coffee, sit tight, and let's decode the psychology behind your growth as a trader. Now, you need to hear this. Trading isn't just about charts, candlesticks, and strategies. It's about transformation. It's a mirror that shows you who you truly are. When I started trading, I thought I just needed the perfect setup. The magic indicator that would make me rich by Friday. But what I didn't realize was that trading doesn't reward you for being smart or pretending to be. Like in my case, it rewards you for being self-aware. And that's what this video is about. The hidden evolution that turns losing traders into consistent winners. Stage 1, the excited beginner. I will call this the honeymoon phase. This is where it all begins. You just discovered trading. You saw a YouTube ad saying, "I made $10,000 in one day," and your eyes suddenly lit up like Christmas lights. You opened your first demo account. You placed your first trade. It went in your favor, and your brain whispered, "Bro, you're a natural. You're watching videos non-stop. Best strategy for beginners. How to flip $50 to $500. Top 5 indicators you must use." You're basically a walking playlist of enthusiasm and confusion. You think the market is simple. You believe success is just one setup away. You've even started winking at your favorite car dealer, like he owes you a Rolls-Royce. But then reality hits. One trade wipes out your profit. Then another, then another. Suddenly, your easy money plan feels like a war zone. Listen, you don't have to worry. It is normal. Every trader starts here. You're not a bad trader. You're just unconsciously incompetent. You don't know what you don't know yet. And that's okay, because awareness is the first step toward mastery. Stage 2, the losing phase. Now we enter the dark forest, the stage that tests your patience, emotions, and sometimes your sanity. This is where traders lose money, confidence, and often hope. You've tried multiple strategies: support and resistance, supply and demand, smart money concepts, RSI divergence, Fibonacci. All of them worked on YouTube, but somehow don't work on your charts. You start questioning everything. Is trading even real? Are these people lying? You blame your broker, your internet, your cat, even the poor chair you're sitting on. But deep down, you know the problem isn't outside, it's inside. You're emotional, impatient, and impulsive. You're revenge trading. You're over-leveraging. And when you finally take a break, you promise yourself, "Next week, I'll follow my plan." But you don't. Because your mind is addicted to the thrill, the fear, and the hope that the next trade will fix everything. This stage is brutal. Many traders quit here. But if you can survive it, if you can endure the pain long enough to learn, you'll evolve and go up to the next stage. Stage 3, the awakening stage. At this stage, something new happens. You start realizing that trading isn't about predicting the market. It's about managing yourself. You begin to see patterns not just on the chart, but in your behavior. You notice you always overtrade after a loss. You notice you exit early when you're scared. You notice that every time you ignore your stop loss, you regret it. You start journaling. You analyze your trades. You start focusing on process over profits. This is the stage where your losses become lessons. You stop chasing signals and start chasing discipline. And let me tell you something. This is where most traders transform mentally. Because once you stop fighting the market and start studying yourself, you unlock the first door to consistency. I remember this phase clearly in my own journey. There was a week where I lost 5 trades in a row, but I didn't rage or punch my PC. Instead, I opened my Google Sheets and wrote down exactly what I felt and did on each trade. And guess what? Many of my losses came from the same emotional trigger, the fear of missing out. Many of my missed wins came from the fear of another loss. And some of the trades I aborted out of fear of it reversing could have made me profitable for the week. That realization alone improved my trading 10 times faster than any indicator ever did. Stage 4, the break-even trader. Now you're in the gray zone. You're not losing big anymore, but you're not winning big either. You've stopped blowing accounts. You're breaking even. Your risk management is solid. You're trading less, but smarter. The market starts to feel slower. You're no longer excited by random setups. You wait for your setup, and when it doesn't come, you're fine with not trading at all. This is where emotional maturity starts to form. You begin to understand that trading isn't about being right, it's about managing risk. You accept that losing trades are part of the game. You stop trying to win every trade and start trying to execute every trade perfectly. And something magical happens. Your equity curve stabilizes. You're still not rich, but you've become what I call a professional mindset trader. You've built habits that 90% of traders never develop: patience, consistency, and emotional control. But there's one more stage left. Stage 5, the consistent and detached trader. This is the promised land. You've stopped caring about the money, not because you have a lot, but because you finally understand why chasing it never worked. You've become emotionally detached from outcomes. You no longer celebrate wins or cry over losses. You just execute your edge, like a pilot following a checklist. You trade less, but you earn more. You're at peace with the randomness of the market. You no longer seek excitement from trading, you seek clarity. And ironically, that calm detachment is what brings in profits consistently. You become what I like to call a sharpshooter: precise, patient, and focused. When others panic, you wait. When others chase, you observe. When others give up, you grow stronger. This is the stage where trading becomes boring, but profitable. And if it's boring, congratulations, you've made it. Now, let me take you through my own evolution as a trader. And before we wrap up, I'll give you my last 2 pieces of advice for the day. First, it took me more than 3 years to stop jumping from one strategy to another. 3 solid years. Because I had no mentor. No one to tell me, "Bro, you're doing it wrong." And that's why I'm telling you this now, so you can cut your own journey short. Find one strategy. Backtest it for at least 3 months before even thinking of switching. No strategy is perfect. Every single one will lose money at some point. But if you stick to your rules, if you maintain a good risk-to-reward ratio, and if you continue to execute consistently, without fear or greed, the math will eventually play out, and your wins will surpass your losses. Lastly, don't ever try to force the market to do what you want it to do. In my early days, as a young, new, and stubborn trader, there was a day I kept entering the same sell position over and over again. Each time, I told myself the same thing: this is a pin bar on resistance, it has to go down. To me, it felt like a guaranteed setup. But it was guaranteed to humble me. I was trying to force the market to sell, even after it had clearly shifted from a bearish to a bullish trend. And I paid for it. But those mistakes were necessary. Without them, I wouldn't have learned how my own mind sabotaged me. That's the real truth about trading psychology. It's not about fighting the market. It's not about forcing it to do what you want. It's about taking whatever the market gives you and moving on. It's about humbling yourself before the market humbles you. It's about mastering yourself. Once you conquer your mind, your charts will follow. So, what stage are you in right now? Be honest with yourself. Because self-awareness is the map that guides you from losing to winning. If you're still in the losing phase, don't quit. If you're breaking even, keep refining. If you're consistent, stay humble. Remember, the market doesn't reward the smartest trader. It rewards the most disciplined. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep evolving. If this video opened your eyes or gave you a fresh perspective, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button. It really helps this channel grow. Subscribe for more videos that focus on the psychology behind trading success. And tell me in the comments below, what stage are you currently in? I check every comment, and I will love to hear your own story too. Finally, remember, consistency isn't built overnight. It's built trade by trade, habit by habit, mindset by mindset. So keep growing, keep learning, and keep evolving, because one day you'll look back at your past self and smile, realizing that all the pain was just the market training you to become unstoppable. Thanks for watching, my friend. Stay disciplined, stay patient, and as always, trade smart, not emotional. I'll see you in the next one.